Hey, welcome everyone. I'm going to try and do some clouds today. I'm a little different today and maybe put some gray and white clouds is what I want to try. Let me put the blue up there first. We'll put like a bluish sky up there. And then I'm going to try and create some like real cool clouds with gray shadows in them. And then I'll finish it off with a landscape for you. I did a one of those time-lapse videos the other day. It came out pretty good. They're kind of fun. I record it while I'm painting, and then it just speeds it up, and it's like what takes like an hour, it shows it like in 30 seconds. It's pretty cool. All right, there's my blue sky. What I want to do is I want to put a mountaintop in there real quick so I can kind of judge how my clouds are going to go. So let me just make a quick mountain. Nothing special. I'm doing this more for the clouds, but wrong with putting a quick silhouette of a mountain in here. This is a mixture of black, white, and a little burnt umber. So the other day, you could see in the thumbnail of my, I put a blue heron in my scene. It came out pretty good. I usually don't do animals in my landscapes because you don't make them look good. It kind of ruins the whole landscape. So, but it came out looking pretty good. All right, there's a quick mountain. All right, now I'm just going to work on the clouds now. So what I'm going for is make sure my brush is dry. I don't need to use a wet paint anymore. And I'm going to put a white cloud up here and then add some gray to it. And put shadows in it. So let's just put some clouds across here in white. It's almost like the blue is actually creating some shadows there. That's cool. Underneath. All right, so I'm going to make a light grayish color. Very light. And I'm going to turn this whole cloud here gray in the bottom section here, and then I'll whiten up around up, and we'll put some gray in a few places here and there, and then I'm going to whiten up all right. Let me get a different brush now. I'll use a round brush. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I'll have to use my filbert brush. Now I'm going to want to try and blend it. Let's see if this works. It's not the best looking. Let's try a little more gray. I'm going to go to my fan brush that I think that's a little better. Seems like the fan brush was the best for clouds. I tried to use my fill brush, and this seems to work the best. This is an oil fan brush. I'll add some more gray in here. Let's do another cloud up here. It's all this white is the blue. I'm going to try a little, like a light blue color this time instead of gray. That looks cool. Let's put a little blue in this gray as well. That's kind of like what I'm going for here. I want it white on the top and then gray underneath it. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm gonna gray it up a bit. I kind of like the gray look. Probably have to wait, let it dry a bit. Adding some extra white in some places here. I think those are pretty cool clouds. I used a light blue up here instead of gray. But I think the gray look good. If you do cloud, like don't start with a really dark gray. Although I've seen some dark gray clouds. One in gray first, and then I'm going to add the white around it. See if that works better. Well, we'll do a gray cloud here, just a small one, and then I'll add the white on top of it. Let's see if that works any better. We'll do a couple of them. That's pretty dark gray. I think this might work out better. Okay, now I'm going to add white to that. Let's see if this is the key to making cool clouds here. works. It kind of works. Although these aren't the best looking clouds here. Change this one here. There's so many ways to make clouds. You just got to find the best way for you, because basically just take a little white and you can do this, and blend the bottom out and leave it like that if you want. They're not hard. They're not hard to do, but there's a lot of different techniques. That seems to be the easiest way here. Small clouds, you can just scratch your brush down here like this. And just make distant clouds. Just like that. All right, there's my sky. I usually don't start off with the sky like that, but that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to do is I'll gray this up in a little bit, make them a little grayer after it dries, because it's just kind of in to the blue, and it's got to let it dry for a little bit. Kind of like that. This one I can fix though. I was looking at the clouds earlier. You can put the gray anywhere, pretty much. You can even put a little up in. Doesn't have to be just at the bottom. All right. Well, I might as well finish the landscape now. But you also got to lightly blend it, or it's not great. See how I'm lightly blending it in? Get a light blend on it. You just use a soft brush for that. A little wet. Okay. It's not bad. Not bad clouds. All right, I'm going to finish the landscape now. Let's see if I got anybody in here today. I'll check my chat. Rosemary, going. We got Jess, Ashley, who else? Packham. Thanks, everybody. Make sure you subscribe if you like it. I haven't been getting any, well, I have been getting some subscribers, but not as many as I'd like. I fill the lives with a lot of people, so we can chat. We can chat while I'm painting. Get a break world, the crazy world. So this is going to be my valley down here. This is yellow ochre. Get nice and bright right here in the valley. Look at that color. I really like that yellow ochre color. Doesn't that looks like gold? I'll do a hill over here and a hill here, and we'll put some trees. It's going to look dynamic. Look at that cloud. It looks like it. You see that? The blue. So this, it makes the clouds look like three-dimensional when you put this shadow in. But let's let it dry. You know, acrylic paint, you got to give it a while to dry. It soaks and it starts to look a little different. All right, let's do a hill over here. I'll do a hill here and a hill here. This will be a valley in here. Maybe a little higher. I'll do a green hill. This is sap green with the black and some yellow. Oh, I forgot I got that. I've got some really cheap yellow here that, well, at least it's lightening it up a little. All right, let's put a hill here. We'll come over this way like this and hill over here. It's dark green. I'll lighten it up a bit here in a second. This will be cool. I could drop a cliff right here by taking a little brown it will make like a ledge right here. Like a dirt, like it. There we go. So I'm going to lighten it up so you can see the dirt a little better. You just take a little white and we'll lighten it up on the top. Doesn't that look cool? It's let me lighten that up just a bit here. Okay. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. So I'm going to do We'll do another hill over here. Some green hills. Oh. Marianne, how you doing? Good to see you. I started this one out different. I did the clouds first. I think I'm going to put water here. We'll put some, like a lake down in here. I think it'll look cool. Just some water. When you do a landscape, you can do whatever you want. That's why I like the, I'm not following a picture or anything. You make it up as you go. Got a lake right there. And we could run some water out of it, like a river if we wanted. Wow. I'm going to lighten up the clouds a little more now. I kind of want to smooth them out a bit. Let's see if this looks good. Like have brush up there instead of that. I used the, what's it called, the fan brush. We'll put some brush work in there. Let's see if that looks good. Yeah, that looks great. So I can change all the look of the cloud now by putting brush strokes on top of the white. It really looks like you painted it with a brush. So just put brush strokes where you laid down your white and just brush in there. And it'll look more like a oil painting, okay? Brush strokes. They don't have to be because we want it to look like you did it with a brush, okay? That looks cool. With acrylic paint, you got to wait for it to dry a little bit because it soaks in. You got to come back and do your highlights like this a lot of times. I don't usually do my clouds like this, but I want to do something different today. But I could tell it's going to end up looking okay, even though putting these brush strokes in here like this. As you come back further, it's going to look a lot better. Wow. That's really looking good. Trying not to overdo it. Just trying to smooth the edge out on top because the hand brush left a lot of unneeded stuff in there. It's really rough on top. So I'm just trying to smooth the top like a cloud. Round it up a bit. Small little brush strokes, really small. Pretty cool. Let's put a little gray on this one now. Wow. I'm really digging clouds on this one today. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Look how cool that looks, buddy. Pretty clouds. Yeah, Marianne likes them. It really looks like the light is hitting more over here. Like the sunlight's hitting on these a lot because they're really bright white. All right, I'm going to do the mountains now. Mountains are fun. Let me just put brown down here. I don't know. I think I'm going to put rocks down here. So what I'll do, I need some burnt umber. I'm using Winsor Newton paint. It's a level 2. It's not like the best quality paint in the world, but it's cheap and you get a lot of paint. These tubes, you get a lot of paint in these, and they're only $10 for this. It's pretty big. And it works good for landscapes. Now with any color, you need to mix your colors with another color. I'll show you why. Like, now this is the burnt umber just by itself. See how it doesn't cover? It's really it's not thick enough, so I put a little black in it, and now look, see how it covers now? Just a little black, and then you get a better cover. You got to do it with almost every color. With this cheaper paint, just add another color with it. Or you could even do it with white. If you put white in it, you'll get a brownish color. But it'll have more cover power. There we go. Now we got plenty of paint down there. So I can put this down here. Wow, I'm really digging those clouds today. I'm going to do the mountains right. I'm not done with the sky yet. By the mountains needs to be lightened up. This blue here is too dark. It's supposed to be dark up here, and then it always gets lighter closer to the horizon. So I'll do that after I do the mountains. I'm just going to do them like I usually do, and just put a little white on the right side of the peaks first, just to see what it looks like. Everywhere I think there's a peak, we'll put a little light. There we go. Wow. This is cool because this already dried. Usually I'll put the white on while it soaks in. I don't think it's going to soak in today, so these are going to be really white mountains today. But I'll show you what I'll do to make them look cool. Just going quick, but I think they're going to look good. They'll be all right. Trust me, I've done a lot of mountains before. Since I'm using a brush up here, I'm kind of holding it. This is how you would hold it if it was a knife. This. Wow. Look how quick I did that. It's not done yet. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Very cool. I'll extend this white a little more out now so I can make some cliffs here. Put a few hills in here. Painting's so much fun. You can see how quick I did these mountains. It's because I've done thousands of them, and I know where to put the color. And I know what kind of mountains I usually do. I can guarantee you I don't have another painting that looks like this. They all come out different. But look how cool those mountains look. I'm doing everything so it looks very defined. I'm not trying to, I'll soften it a little bit, but I should soften that to make them look further back, but I kind of like the way it looks like that. I kind of want it to look like high definition. Check this out now. I'm going to put a bit of white around the mountains now. Because like I said before, this blue is too dark. It needs to be lighter than what's up here. So you just need to take a little titanium white around the edge. Then bring it up just a bit. Throw some paint in there. Some brush strokes. There we go. So it might soak in and turn blue like this one over here on this side. Look at it. Or if you want to make a lighter blue, you can make a lighter blue and come in here and just put it in certain places. Change the color up a little bit on the sky. Just like that. Just so it's not the same blue all the way down. Doesn't that look cool? Or the use of our phone. It's so important these days that everybody, I don't know what's going on, people. The Wi-Fi is like really screwy today. But everybody left. But look how cool those trees look. Look how cool those trees came out. See how I made them bigger so it looks like they're going off into the distance over here? They get smaller. Yeah, I know this stupid Wi-Fi is terrible today. That's never happened to me. But I didn't shut the live off and it came on. I had to go into my settings and redo the Wi-Fi for some reason. That happened before. But man, I'm really digging this landscape so far. I covered up all my colors. I left a little here. You know how I like that yellow ochre? And I covered it all up. But I left a little right there. That looked good. Now see what I mean? See how this cloud looks a little too dark here? I usually don't like to put gray, but I wanted to try it. I got to get used to doing this. It also looks good with the light blue in there, see? You could use either a light gray or blue, but if you get too dark, I don't know. To me, it just doesn't look right. And you got to blend it. See, I got a hard edge right there, but if you got to blend them together to give a soft look like this. I'll fix that here in a little bit. Look at those trees. I'm going to really work on the trees to make them look like they're individual trees. Let's see. I've got some green here. Mix a little blue with it. So I'm going to really, since everybody left, Marianne, so I'm going to make these trees a little more separated, just on the edge for now. I usually don't put this much work in these, but I'll put a tree back there. We'll see how that ends up looking. I'll let it dry for a little bit. There we go. Why do they leave? Oh, why did they left? I don't know, because I went out. Oh, they're coming now. Well, I had 6 people in here, then when the internet went off, I turned it off. I think they're coming back. Good thing I caught it. That looks cool now with the green. So it looks like I put some trunks in. I'll put a few trunks with like a white mixture of white burnt umber. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I'm going to do some rocks now. I think I need to lighten this up though first. So I'm going to use a little brown and yellow ochre. I want to lighten this up here. We'll put a few hills in here first. There we go. That looks cool. Wow. I really like that. It's amazing what you can do with the brush. I'm just throwing it down like this and it's going to end up looking cool down there. That, wow. All right, I'm going to do some big rocks here. We'll do some big boulders here. Do some small ones. All right, that's enough rocks. And now, rocks are fun. I do them just like the mountain. I'll put light on one side and blue on the other. But you can use any color you want. But usually rocks are like gray. They're kind of like a grayish. These are big rocks, so the light's going to be hitting maybe in a couple places here. Do 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 do. All right. I'm using a bluish gray color here. All right. Do. I'm keeping an eye on the internet now. I want it to go off again. Let's put shadows underneath these rocks. These already kind of look like they have shadows here. There we go. That looks so cool. Some light. Now some light underneath the shadow, so it brings the shadow out. Just a little bit of light around the shadow. There we go. Do. Well, I got 6 likes already. It's been an hour. You know what I like to do? I'm going to run a river from a mountain. Let me get in the shot there today. Good to see everybody here. I'm going to run some distant water from back there. You guys always see me do this. This is really fun to do. We'll bring it from way up here. Do. The light off of there. I'm going to try and bring trees here. and then bring it down to the water here. There we go. That looks cool. Somehow that water is coming from way back there through the trees and then down into the small there. I really like. I need some trees now. Maybe a big tree here and some small ones over here. Did it bow? Let's do some trees. I'm gonna try the. I'm gonna use a acrylic fan brush this time. Let's see how they turn out. We'll put some bushes right along this here. Bring them to the side. Okay. Wow, that looks cool. I don't want to cover up my yellow. I don't have much yellow left. I covered it all up. Man. What do you do? Oh well, I'll try and make less leaves on it. There we go. You could still see the yellow through. do 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 do. Put some shadows out here. Very cool. Rotisserie chicken connoisseur. Hey, you're back. You got the best name on YouTube. Rotisserie chicken connoisseur. Yeah, I get mine at Albertsons. They're pretty good. Yeah, he would like this one. He'd say, all right, it's time for a big tree right here. Don't be afraid to go over your mountains. Because that's what I'm going to do right now. He goes, this is where you got to be. Remember that one? Let me see if I can find a big fan brush. This one's been too long. It's too soft. Hold on. I've got so many brushes. Look at that. That's only, I got like 4 more of these. Here's one. Here's a pretty stiff one. It's got paint in it. I think this one will work. We're going to put a big tree right here. In a dark sap green and black. And then I'll highlight it. So let's just put a big tree here. This is where you got to get brave. We'll keep it in front of the rocks there. All right, let's see if this brush works. I'll make it nice and thick, full of skinny. All right, I like it. Yeah. See how cool that looks? And I'll highlight it here so it looks green. Gotta let it dry for a little bit. Very cool. I'm digging that. I'm going to widen it out just a bit. Look how cool it looks over that cloud right there. Doesn't that look cool? The contrast. I need to put a few more branches up here, I think, just to stick out a little more. There we go. That'll work. How cool my clouds came out today. I don't usually put the shadow underneath like that because I never have time. That's why this one's taken pretty long. I think that's enough on the... I'm going to start wrapping it up because it's been a while. We'll put a few bushes like in front of some of these. Just a few small bushes. Yeah, they add depth too, huh? Yeah, because it looks like they're layered here. These look like they're layered. Yeah, and they almost look round now. I mean, they look more like real clouds. I was experimenting. I used blue on this one and gray. The gray actually looks pretty good in here, like a light gray. And what I did on the white, I actually used a brush up here and put brush strokes instead of using a fan brush. Yeah, I could give the mountains a little more, darkness on the shadow side. But I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. Like, yeah, the mountains too should be a little darker, like where and the blue come together. It should be darker here, and then it gets lighter as it comes out. Like this should be lighter than what this is up here. It would give a better look for sure. Let's see if I like this yet. It's still kind of wet. Wonder if I should put a tree here. Let's try it. Might as well. You only live once. Let's I've been putting a lot of trees coming in from the side lately. I'm just going to do a small one just out here underneath that cloud. I don't want to cover that cloud. And let's see if I can just pop a small one in here. Doesn't have to be big. Just to get some side action here. There we go. Real simple. Now we'll put a bush off the side here too. fill the sides in a little bit. Climbing up the side here. Yeah. Yeah, I like that light blue in the clouds. I've seen it like that before in the sky, where the shadows, they're gray. They almost match the color of the sky sometimes. But then I've also seen gray clouds, totally gray, with just a little white in them. Those are hard to do. Those are hard to make look good. Gray clouds. There's so many different ways to do clouds. Let's try, I'm going to highlight these two real quick, and then I'll do that tree. I'm going to try yellow. Let's put some yellow ochre in this. It should turn green because this was sap green. Let's see if it turns green for us. It might not. I'll give it a few minutes. See if that turns green. I like that color though. Yeah, we'll highlight this one with a little yellow ochre. Yeah, that looks cool. These, try a little green on these. These are just small bushes down here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All right, I want to turn this green. I don't know if this is the right color. We'll try it out. This brush has had it. I need to throw this brush away. All right, well, it is what it is. Well, at least it turned green. Yeah, this brush isn't good anymore. Look at that. It's just I don't even know why I still use it. But it did make that tree up there. That looks pretty good. I can't, it's not staying on long enough to read it all. Yeah. Yeah, I just like using yellow ochre every once in a while. This bush came out good because it's got some dimension to it. Highlight, a little practice. You can see I left some of the dark here and a little down here. You could even highlight this a little more with yellow to make it look like the sun is hitting some high spots there. Just a little though. All right, I think that's about all I'm going to do. I'm going to put a few twigs in here and that'll be it. And put a few birds up there. You know I like to put birds. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I should put some flowers down here. Ah, the birds. Let's put the birds there. I'm finally getting used to this liner brush. Very cool. All right, guys, that's all I'm going to do on this one. I appreciate you guys watching. They're blowing east, huh? All right on. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably eat real quick and another one, maybe in about an hour. Hopefully you're still awake. All right, have a good one. Thanks for liking it. Thanks, everybody. Right on. Thanks, Daniel. Good seeing you again. You know me, I always got to play with these filters. Yeah, always playing. Jake Skywalker, right on. Yeah, these bubbles, if you ever notice, they move. You can move them. Kind of cool. I ran across that by accident. I was pointing to the painting once and saw it move. It's kind of cool. Have a good one. Cheers.